Alright, greetings. So let's talk about labor with Miss Andes Ngalamba. Yes, so how do we define labor? Right, in my definition, I'm saying labor basically this is nothing but the process by which the products of conception, that's the fetus, the placenta, and the membranes are expelled from the uterus through the birth canal. Yes, that's labor. We have different forms of labor. We have complicated labor. We have prolonged labor. We have premature labor. We have precipitate labor. And we also have what? Normal labor. Those are forms of labor. But our focus in our discussion is on normal labor. Yes. So how do we define normal labor? Alright. In my definition, I'm saying normal labor basically this is nothing but a form of labor that starts spontaneously at term, in which the fetus presents in vertex. It lasts not more than 18 hours with no complications to both the baby and the mother. That's the definition of normal labor. Yes. From there we can talk about the factors that regulate the onset of labor. So one thing that we have to notice for a fact that the cause of labor is unknown, but it is believed that there are certain factors that may regulate or that may bring about what? The onset of labor, of which we have hormonal factors, we have biochemical factors, and we also have mechanical factors. So when we talk about hormonal factors, here we're simply talking about the role of what? Simply talking about the role of progesterone, estrogen, and also oxytocin. Yes. So progesterone, it is produced by the corpus luteum in early pregnancy. But after maturation of the placenta takes over the production of what? Progesterone. Yes. So the role of progesterone during pregnancy is to maintain the integrity of pregnancy. Yes. So as labor approaches term, the level of progesterone reduces, and that will bring about a surge in the level of what? Of oxytocin and also estrogen. Of course, oxytocin is produced by the pituitary gland, and that will eventually bring about what? Uterine contractions. Yes. The second factor, it is what? Biochemical factor. Yes. So under biochemical factors, here we're simply talking about prostaglandins. Yes, prostaglandin, E2, and also G2. Yes, so prostaglandins, they are basically released by the deciduous cells. Yes, and they're also released by the what? By the placenta. So once prostaglandins are produced, those prostaglandins, they'll stimulate the production of what? Of enzymes that digest the collagen of the what? Of the cervix. As a result, that will bring about what? Softening of the cervix for easy effacement and also what? Dilatation. Yes. The third factor is what? Mechanical factor. So when we talk about mechanical factor, here we're simply talking about overstretching of the what? Of the uterus, and also pressure of the presenting part on the cervix. Yes, so once there is pressure on the cervix, that will bring about softening of the cervix. Once there is overstretching of the uterus, that will bring about what? Production of some biochemicals that will bring about what? Uterine contractions. Yes, so those are the factors that regulates the onset of labor. Yes. From there we can talk about the signs of labor. On the signs of labor, we have premonitory signs, and we also have what? True signs. So on the premonitory signs, we can talk about lightening. We can talk about frequency in what? Micturition. And we can also talk about Blackstone-Hicks contractions. Those are what? Premonitory signs of labor. I could say they are simply first signs. Yes. Then on the true signs of labor, we have the first one, which is what? Penile rhythmic uterine what? Contractions. We have we have dilatation of the cervix, and we also have what? Appearance of the presenting part on the vulva. These are the true signs of what? Of labor. Yes. From there, we can talk about some factors that may affect the duration of labor. Factors that may make labor to be prolonged. Yes. So on the factors that affects the duration of labor, we can talk about what? The 4 P's. While we talk about power, we talk about psychology, we talk about passage, and we also talk about what? Passenger. Yes. So when we talk about power, here we're not talking about the ability of the woman to push during labor, no. But we're talking about uterine contractions. We're talking about the frequency, the duration, and also the strength of uterine what? Contractions. Yes. So if we have weak uterine contractions, labor will be what? Prolonged. We can also talk about psychology. So if the woman is emotionally stressed, that will also prolong what? Labor. Passage. When we talk about passage, here we're simply talking about the birth canal. If the birth canal is what? Is competent enough to allow the passenger to pass. When we talk about passenger, we're simply talking about the products of what? Conceptions. The fetus, the placenta, and also the membranes. How big is the what? The passenger, the fetus. Yes. So those are the factors that may affect the duration of labor. Yes. Then from there we can talk about the stages of labor. So one thing that you have to notice is the fact that there are 3 stages of labor. We have the first stage, we have the second stage, and we also have what? The third stage. So the first stage of labor, this one, it is nothing but the stage of what? Cervical dilatation. Yes, the cervix dilates from 0 up to what? 10 centimeters. Yes. The second stage of labor. The second stage of labor is simply the stage of what? Delivery of the what? Of the fetus. Yes. So this one, it lasts from 10 centimeters of cervical dilatations up to delivery of the what? Of the fetus. Then the last phase, which is the third stage, this one, it is all about delivery of the what? Of the placenta. So meaning that the third stage of labor is from delivery of the fetus up to delivery of the what? Of the placenta. Yes. So that's that on what? On labor. So in our next discussion, we're going to talk about the first stage of labor. Yes, we're going to talk about the first stage of labor in details.